Maricopa County judge lowering the bond of 3 suspects in the deadly beating of Preston Lord at a Halloween party in Queen Creek last year.
A total of 7 teens and young adults were charged with first-degree murder and kidnapping this spring. Fox 10's Ashley Rodriguez is live with reaction from Preston Lord's family tonight. Ashley.
Yeah, this is not the outcome that they wanted at all. The suspect's bond was set at $1 million each, and by lowering it, Judge Cohen is pretty much allowing them to get out of jail before their trial next year. Now, he said in court he empathizes with Preston's family, but he does not believe that the suspects are a flight risk or a threat to the community. The family of Preston Lord walked out of Maricopa County Superior Court Tuesday, defeated in their effort to keep 3 of the suspects accused of severely beating and killing their 16-year-old son last year behind bars.
It's obviously not the result we wanted, as far as they should all be still in jail, and even the ones that are out should all be in jail still.
Talan Renner, Jacob Meisner, and Dominic Turner all had their $1 million bond reduced. Their attorneys arguing the young men were behaving behind bars, and new evidence mitigates just how much they were involved in the Halloween party beating.
We can't be motivated by blind vengeance here. We're here to do justice, and that includes, for each individual, setting the appropriate release conditions.
The lawyer and family of Preston countered those arguments with outrage, telling the judge the 3 suspects should be considered a threat to the community after they proudly shared the gruesome details of the killing with their peers and in posts on social media.
That he got on top of Preston after he had been knocked to the ground, that he hammer punched him 4 times in the face, he got off of him, watched other defendants hit and kick him while he was lying unconscious on the ground.
Well, Renner, Turner, and Meisner were being led out of the courtroom in shackles past Freeman. They were smirking and laughing as they passed each other. Like this whole first-degree felony murder charge is just a joke to them.
But Judge Bruce Cohen chose to lower the bond amounts, saying the stipulations around bond release prevent the young men from causing danger. Turner's bond was lowered to $250,000, Meisner's to $350,000, and Renner's, who comes from a family with considerable means, to $500,000. This comes after Taylor Sherman, Talan Vigil, and Preston Billy were released this summer.
They should all be still in jail, and even the ones that are out should all be in jail still.
Now, that trial is expected to start next summer. Now, if these suspects do bail out, they will be under house arrest. They can't be on social media. They will be subject to random drug testing. They have to forfeit their passports, and they cannot have any contact with any of the other defendants. And again, the point was made in court that a lot of these suspects come from families with considerable wealth and can easily bail out. Obviously, we'll let you know what happens next.